Hey guys, you aren't even resting on a proper tripod. That's probably like the least of your concerns right now. This is the most jankiest setup, I think, thus far. I was gonna film a video about my handbag collection and some thoughts I've been having and my collection in general. But I just thought, can't fucking do it. Can't, not today. This is the first time I picked up a camera in over a month. And God, let's freaking hope to God I can not have a panic attack on camera. That's not what we want today. Where have I been the last month? I did not have a script for this, and it's showing. I have been, why am I, ugh. No, I know why I'm doing it. Sometimes we've talked about this in the period videos. I sometimes wonder if I'm like encroaching too much on personal topics that I will regret talking about later. But I just feel like somebody else might be going through this right now. Somebody else might be feeling like this, have been feeling like this for even longer than I personally have. And I'm today going to be talking about the crippling anxiety that I have been dealing with over the last month. It's probably been building up over the last few months, and I definitely don't feel like myself. And the reason I've taken a month off was because this anxiety is so crippling and it feels so debilitating, and it almost has felt suffocating. Like I have felt like I've been living in a prison that is my own mind. And there's only been like one friend that I've opened up to about this, because the other people in my life, I'm just trying to like keep it together. I think it's my hormones, to be honest. I think this is, I suppose you could say, is this a follow-on from my contraceptive, like my birth control series? Maybe it is. I want to believe that this is like a trickle-on effect, because I've always like had a bit of anxiety. I've always been like a bit of an anxious or nervous person, but it's always been about certain things. Like I've always been anxious about something that it was either coming up, I was going through, like a tangible thing. Whereas this just feels like I'm literally worrying about worrying, like I'm anxious about my anxiety. I have had this thought that I'm going insane. I've had this thought that I'm going insane. And good news is that logically, if you are having the active thought that you're going insane, chances are you're not going insane, okay? That's a plus. By the way, don't mean to make this all about myself. I hope you have had a great last month. I hope that you've had a wonderful last month. I hope that things have been really great for you, and feel free to like check in with me in the comments down below and share with me how you've been. I do appreciate the messages that I've been receiving on Instagram. And if I haven't gotten back to you, if I feel like I've gone like really ghosted, silent, please don't take it personally. I have actually put a time limit on my Instagram that allows me to do like, I think it's like 15 minutes a day. I feel like Instagram's not really serving me that well at the moment, and it's just not helping my situation. I've been just taking it day by day, just trying to get through every little tiny moment, like moment by moment. And what I've noticed is I'm hoping it's a pattern. I'm trying to tell myself this is a pattern. If this anxiety, if this anxious feeling lessens within the next week, then I know for sure it's my period, because I'm due in like, where's my little Clue app? I'm due in 4 days, and things got really bad, I think, last month as well before my period. Like, I just feel like I'm going insane. Like, I genuinely feel like I'm going crazy, and I worry that I need to be institutionalized. My therapist assured me that I do not, which is really reassuring, but it's just really exhausting. I had a Dutch test, which is a more complete hormone-based test, done. I just finished it and completed it. By the way, sorry for any Flynn snoring. Last Saturday just gone, I sent it off in the mail, so that's going to the United States. So those results will probably take like 4 to 6 weeks, so let's just hang in for those 4 to 6 weeks. Basically it's like a dried urine test, and it's more of an accurate representation, an accurate hormone test, and I'm getting that done with a doctor that's based in Sydney. When I was on the pill, I don't think it was as bad. When I got off the pill, I felt like a bit of a relief, And I feel like things have kind of went another bit of a weird way where I just have gone like, whew, completely off the Richter scale. And I'm just trying to remain hopeful that that's just the hormones. Because from what I've been reading, there is evidence that, you know, hormone imbalance can affect brain chemistry. I've been actively, like when I say I've been making an active effort, I've been meditating every day, I've been practicing mindfulness, I've been journaling to help ease these symptoms, but they're quite debilitating. My mouth is so dry. I know that there are a lot of options, and one of those options is anxiety medication. I know that is there. I know that's an option that I may explore at some point, but I just really, really don't want to. I want to just try to take every bit of strength I have to not go down that route and try cognitive behavior therapy and acceptance commitment therapy. I'm trying to do these steps, and I'm trying to work through. I'm reading all these frigging books. Like, I've just finished 10% Happier, which was really good. I really enjoyed that. I'm reading another book called The Happiness Project. I bought a book when I was away in Queensland a few weeks ago that was like reframing your anxious mind. It literally like fell off a bookshelf. Okay, it fell off a bookshelf right in front of me, so I was like, fine, I'll bite. Thank you, universe. And I bought that book, so I've almost finished that. I think a lot of people kind of have this idea in mind, and this like, it's not as stigmatized as it used to be, but I do know that there's still kind of a lot of people who just think it's ridiculous and like, get over it. Like, a lot of people have anxiety, like, you know, whoop-de-doo, it's not the end of the world. You know, anxiety is an experience. Like, anxiety is part of the human experience. Like, everybody has anxiety. But I think the difference is, and this is something that my therapist was trying to explain, and this book that I've been reading has actually kind of made it clear to me that, yes, like, people have different types of anxieties. Like, people may have anxieties about like a certain situation, an upcoming event, like social anxieties, or something stressing them out at work that's making them anxious, or financial anxiety, or however many other anxieties there are. But like, where I'm kind of feel like I've been at lately is just like, it's just like this general, like a general anxiety about everything. And weirdly now I'm anxious about my anxiety and like worrying about my worries, like worrying about feeling worried and feeling anxious. It's like so hard to put into words, because I feel like listening to myself, it doesn't sound like it's that bad. Like, listening to myself right now, I'm like, oh, it doesn't sound that bad, but like how it feels in here, I don't actually think you can describe it. Maybe you can. If you've had more sleep than I've been having lately and you have anxiety, you may be able to explain this better than I currently am. Like, granted, yes, I was on the pill for a good 10 years of my life, but I wasn't this anxious before. Like, I've never felt this type of feeling and thought process. I feel like my channel is a reflection of my life. I feel like it's kind of always been a reflection of what I'm going through, or how I feel, or my life in general. And I do have exciting things coming up that I want to share with you, but I just felt like after literally not uploading for a month, I couldn't get back to it without addressing this. I had more blood drawn. What was it, like a week, 2 weeks ago? I had through this doctor that I'm seeing in Sydney. She literally is testing me for more than I've ever been. Like, I'm having more tests done, like more levels, like more things tested than I've ever had tested with like a regular GP before. Like, they took 7 vials of blood. Okay, and look, I get it, like, you know, if you're pregnant or if you're having a baby, that's normal, but like, I have never had 7 vials of blood taken. I was like, am I gonna pass out? And I know it's like, I've never had this before. I guess that's why I want to talk about it. Like, you know, I've had anxiety before, but it's usually been about things. This feels different because I'm literally anxious about like everything and also nothing at the same time, it feels like. This may not actually make sense to like maybe a very large portion of people that watch this. Like, this sounds really bad. A few years ago, and that's what I mean, like, I was never this bad. Like, a few years ago, I knew of people who had what they described as like crippling anxiety. And, you know, they would just always cancel plans, and they'd be like always having a mental breakdown, and they'd be having a panic attack. Like, they would tell me stories about how they woke up, like, you know, got out of bed, made themselves a cup of tea, got in the shower and had a panic attack. And I was like, holy, can't relate. Like, I just, and it sounds so judgmental because I thought, oh my God, you just need to calm the down. And that sounds so insensitive, because now I know, like, what it actually feels like, which makes me think, like, it has nothing to do with any of that. Like, you know, you can say to someone, yeah, well, you just got too much time in your hands, or like, you just are worrying about nothing, or you just need to go live in, you know, a third world country and like get more in touch with the world. That has nothing to do with it. I never used to be able to relate to people that had this or felt like this. I just thought that they were like just so different to me, and like kind of just, wow, like they just need to chill out, you know. Like, it's like easier said than done. I'm gonna probably watch this footage back and be like, holy, this is some unhinged type of shit. I don't know if I can put this on the internet. But I feel like this is part of my hormone series. This is part of my birth control series, because to me, it's not a coincidence that this is coming at me now. I feel like the birth control pill kept everything fake and artificial and like balanced and level, whereas now my body doesn't have that chemical, that pill to fall back on, and now I'm just kind of like maneuvering my way through the darkness. But we'll get there. I feel like I want to end this video like I do with my other ones about my birth control experience. Like, please don't let this put you off. If you're thinking about getting off birth control, please don't let this put you off. Ugh. Okay, I've rambled at you enough. If you're still with me, if you've still been with me after this month of just like non-uploads and just completely ghost faded out of the scene, and I really appreciate you being here. If you want to share your experiences with anxiety or anxiety disorder or anything like that, or if you have anything that you want to share, feel free to do so in the comments. I would look forward to reading that. Please do not make me more scared though that I will be going insane. That would be appreciated if you could not freak me out. I'm still trying to, this part of my brain is still trying to remain positive that I will get through this, and it'll be remaining positive for you as well if you're going through something like this, because I don't believe that it's not possible. Okay, neuroplasticity. I'm just gonna keep saying that. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video, and hopefully I'll see you again this week. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here, and